Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And today we are going to discuss about CI/CD. Okay, CI/CD with Ansible integration. Okay, so I'm going to take three servers. Okay, um, so on these three server, one is build server. Okay, on build server, I just installed Git, Java, Maven, and Nexus and Ansible, and and we have the var file, right? Var file, the jar file we will deploy into dev server and qa server. Okay, so let me do this integration part. Okay, so using ca part I am using manually on the same server, and using Jenkins I am deploying into dev server and qa server. Okay, so to understand, let me take this one. See, I need three servers. Okay, let me take it as a three servers. This is the build server. Okay, on build servers I am just installing Git, Maven. This is the Maven Spring project. Okay, I need Java, and I need to be installed Nexus. So whatever build var file, right, that I need to push it to Nexus server. So I'm just installing Ansible in the same server. Using Ansible I'm just pushing to dev server and qa server. Okay, using Ansible. See, so for that one we need SHS connectivity. uh, Using SHS connectivity we are doing this setup. Okay, SHS connection required, same. Okay, this is the dev server. Okay, and qa server. So to run this application is a Springboard. By default Tomcat should be installed, so we don't need to any application server to run this one. Okay, just we are pushing that one. So first I just created EC2 instances, three EC2 instances. Let me connect one by one, and we'll install the all the required softwares. Okay, I'm taking this one. Username is EC2-user because it's Amazon Linux 2. So my fem file, I need to select my fem file. This is my fem file, Pemkin. So I'm just updating this mission to required to download the required plugins. Okay, this is the new mission. So I'm keeping this name as build server. Okay, meanwhile let me connect the build server. This is build server. So I'm taking another session, EC2-user. I'm just using pem file. Let me connect this one. Just I'm giving sudo mupdate -y. It will be downloaded required plugins, latest plugins. Okay, supported one. I'm giving this name as a dev server. Okay, and let me take another server as well. Taking new session, SHS connectivity, and giving username as EC2 user. If it is Ubuntu, it just to be Ubuntu user. Okay, mine is EC2 user. Selecting this one, sudo m update -y. Okay, it should be downloaded required plugins, and I'm changing name also, like QA server. Okay, if you want to change this host name, you just need to update host name ctl. Okay, sudo hostname ctl set hyphen host name. This is build server. Okay, if you want to change the terminal name, okay, if you change it to build server instead of this IP, you just need to give build server. Okay, and here also, like if you want to change the host name of the terminal, hostname ctl set hyphen hostname dev server. Sorry, spelling mistake. ctl sudo hyphen I. This name should be dev server. And for this server also, you just need to change the host name for the terminal. Sudo hostname ctl set hyphen hostname QA server. Sudo hyphen I am switched to root user. Okay, on build server, okay, I need to be installed required softwares. Okay, under this server. Okay, I'm into build server, right? I'm just need to install git. Okay, for currently git is not available in this system. Okay, to get the code from remote repository local, you need git, right? So for that one, I need to install git. For that one, I'm using m install git -y, because I'm into root user, so I don't need to use the sudo in front of. Okay, now git is installed in this system. Okay, now Java I need to be installed. Okay, so this is Maven project, and we need the Java required. Okay, so m install. Currently Java is not there. Okay, sorry, to check whether Java is there, just you need to give Java hyphen version. Okay, currently Java is not there. For that one, you just need to install m install Java hyphen 1.8.0 open jdk hyphen dvl. Okay, hyphen y. So it should be come up with JRE and JDK when you install JDK. Okay, you don't know the exact path, you just need to do mlist grep. Okay, hyphen Java, it will be show you the list of repositories available. Based on that, you just need to be installed. Okay, now if you check Java 1.8 should be installed on this machine. Okay, now let me install Maven. Okay, Maven latest version is Maven 3.8. Okay, Maven download. See, if you go to Maven downloads, so latest version should be Apache 8.3.1. Okay, if you want to, you can do this one. Otherwise, sorry, I'm just cancelling this one. I'm just copying this address, link address. Otherwise, if you need older version, just you need to do index Maven. Okay, so it will get you the older versions of Maven. Okay, sorry, currently I'm downloading the release notes. Okay, if you want to go to, you can need to take whatever version you need, like Maven 6.1, okay, 6.3.6.3, Maven 6.3.6.1, okay, depends on. So I'm going to latest version only, but it is not the good suggestion, okay, for the latest version. So I'm going to OPT. I'm just downloading. I'm using wget. I'm installing Maven. It's a tar file. You just need to be untar that one, okay. For that one, extract tar xvf Apache Maven, okay. It should be downloaded. If you want, you can read, you can change the name, okay, Apache to Maven 3 or Maven, okay. It's up to you, your wish. See now this one. And if you want to remove this tar file, Apache Maven.zip, okay. Now you need to set the path. If you do mvn version, it will not give you the version until unless it, if you need to set the path, okay. You just need to do export. Otherwise you just need to go to um, bash rc. You can update that one, okay. Currently I am doing export path equal to $path colon my opt maven under bin. If you check now mvn version, it should be installed, okay. Now maven is installed, java install, git install, okay. So I need to download the code, okay. So currently this is the my repository, okay. I need to clone the repository into my local machine, okay. So you just need to use git clone and the repository URL, okay. Now spring boot, you just need to go to spring boot, and you just need to give the form file. You need to check whether form file is there or not. Just need to do mvn clean install, okay. For mvn deploy, you just need to install nexus, okay. We will do next step to install the nexus. So meanwhile you need to go to nexus repository, nexus download, okay. So now type nexus. Nexus 3 download. So you can take this tar file, okay. You just need to copy. Still it is downloading. It's the first time, right? It will be downloaded the required plugins into local, okay. And you will get a target folder. On the target folder it should be where file should be generated. See, build is success. If you check now, it generated the target folder. If you go to target folder, so this jar file should be generated, okay. Now you need to push this jar file to nexus repository, right? So for that one you just need to be installed nexus, okay. Let me install the nexus on this machine. So wget so nexus port is 8081, not cd. So tar xvf nexus. Okay, when you do untar, it should be generated two files. Okay, for this one you just need to change the permissions. Okay, by default it is not running on root user, so you just need to change the ownership of this one. ch1 -r ec2 -user ec2 user nexus 3.0 and sonatype nexus work. Okay, now this is ownership is changed. Now you need to go to nexus and need to go to bin. If you bin and this is nexus.rc, right? You just need to change the ownership. Okay, nexus.rc. So here run as is there, right? You just need to change it to, you need to give user. I'm running as a ec2 user. Okay, so now nexus is, you need to start the nexus. Okay, for that one just need to do nexus start. Okay, nexus is starting. Just I already opened the port. Okay, you just need to go to the server. If you want, you can go to security groups. I already opened the port 8081. Okay, so now we can take this public IP and if you see here 8081, sorry, ps-ef grep nexus, it is running. Let me check. See, it is coming up now. It will take some time initially. So by default nexus username password is admin. So by default it should be provide the password under this location. You can take this one. Okay, sorry, cat, and see the default password is this one. Just need to copy this one. Okay, sign in. It is asking to change the updated password. See, new password. I'm giving some new password like admin123. Next, I'm disabling anonymous access. Anyone can, if I provide disable anonymous access, everyone need to be connected with username and password. Okay, if you select this one, by default it should be able to open. Okay, it is finished. Okay, now when you go to the repository, okay, using Nexus you can integrate, you can deploy any WAR files or images to the repository. Like Nexus supported so many um, so many repository formats. Okay, like Docker, ELPA, okay, GitFS. Okay, not only Maven, it should be supported Python. Okay, Ruby, M. Okay, it should be supported many things. But in our case we have Maven repositories. So we have, in the Maven we have Maven releases and snapshots. Okay, Maven releases nothing but like it's a final version. Okay, if you didn't mention anything, so by default it should be taking this one Maven release. If it is under development, you just need to Maven snapshots. Okay, so I'm just copying these two URLs. Okay, I'll show you where we need to configure this one. Okay, now this part is done. Now if you do MVN deploy, it should be failed. Okay, we'll fix that issues like why it is failing. So you just need to go to opt Spring Boot, targets. See, under targets we have this tar file, right? You just need to do mvn deploy. So we didn't provide that Nexus username and password, right? See, sorry, mvn deploy. See, it should be deployed deployment failed repository elements specific under distribution management. Okay, we need to add distribution management. Okay, under this you just need to provide the snapshot URL and the release URL. Okay, see, for that one, maven deploy nexus, deploy to nexus. You just need to add the distribution tag. Okay, snapshot release. Okay, under snapshot you just need to provide, and we have two, right? So snapshot one and release one. So one I am giving like a repo, repository. So here nexus release I am giving, and same nexus snapshot. Okay, for the release one I'm just giving this URL name. Okay, http URL. Okay, and snapshot one I'm just updating my snapshot one. Okay, go to here and go to form file. See, here form file should be available, right? Va form.xml. So under above parent you just need to be updated this one. Okay, you just need to update this to distribution management. Okay, now if you try to do mvn deploy again, it will be fail. Okay, we need to fix that one. See, this time it should be fail to 401 unauthorized. Okay, you just need to provide um, credentials. Okay, nexus credentials, username and password. Okay, under server you just need to provide username and password. Global settings. Okay, under global setting you just need to provide this one. See, nexus snapshot. Okay, I'm taking another one, nexus release. So nexus snapshot one, the username is admin, sorry, and password is admin123. So if you give only release, it should be go to releases. If you give snapshot, it should be go to snapshots one. So for that one I'm giving this username for two different URLs. Okay, so the settings.xml should be available under maven config location. Maven, under maven it should be conf. Okay, under configuration there is a settings.xml. you just need to update this one. Okay, under servers, if it comes to here, there is a server location. You just need to keep under servers tag. Okay, you just need to be added. I'm adding this one. Okay, now if you go to OPT and Spring Boot, okay, and if you try to do MVN deploy, now again it should be 401 error. I think we didn't properly mention the correct path, like VA settings.xml. You need to paste it after servers. Okay, that is the issue. Now try to do OPT, sorry, OPT Spring Boot MVN deploy. Still it is getting failed. Okay, let me check. Okay, let me check one more time why it is getting failed. Build is success this time because previously I just gave the same ID. Okay, server ID is Nexus snapshot only. That's why it is failing. I just changed. Okay, I just changed the correct path. Okay, if you see VA settings.xml, now I changed this one. Okay, under servers, see I just gave this entries Nexus snapshot admin. Okay, username admin, password, and here also Nexus release. Okay, admin and password. Okay, and now build is success. If you go to that path, okay, if you go to that one, whatever the version, it should be there under target folder. Based on that, see if you go to form file, form.xml, the version is like 0.1.1. Okay, now this build is success. If you go to that under releases, okay, if you go to releases, see 0.1.1, it should be pushed to here. Okay, see if you go to here, okay, meta.xml, okay, everything it should be available. See, this is the jar file, and if you want to see the complete details, you can able to see this one. Okay, see this is the group ID, artifact ID, version. Okay, if you try to give again MVN clean, okay, MVN clean deploy, it will be fail because same version it not be changed taken. Okay, if you want to change, you can give to other version. Okay, if you try to deploy again, okay, MVN deploy, let me try to deploy again because we didn't change any version, right? See, it is failed. So 400 because it does not allow update that because we didn't update the version. Okay, failed to deploy artifact, could not be transfer artifact Spring Boot. Okay, 0 point from the Nexus releases. Okay, so if you need to change the version, okay, you just need to change the version. Go to form.xml file and you just need to do change the version. Okay, if it is a minor version, you just need to change this one. If it is major version, you just need to do change this one and release related information this one. Okay, now this I'm thinking I just a minor version. Okay, and I change the version, I need to do install one. Okay, I need to do MVN clean install or MVN clean package. Okay, it will be deleted this workspace and it will be created new workspace. Under that one, it will be generated new target file. This time it will be taking less time because I already downloaded the plugins right first time, so it is not taking much time. If you go to target, it should be generated new jar file with version 1.1.0.1.2. okay. If you need to do mvn deploy, so it will be pushed to new build. okay, if you go to here organizations, go to browse mvn releases, see there is another version, it should be another tar file. okay, push it to nexus repository. Suppose this is maven, right, like release version, release 1, so I wanted to be snapshot. okay, for that one you just need to go to form file. okay, under here just change it to snapshot version. Snapshot. okay, just try to build again ambient clean install. Now ambient deploy. See, now the target file should be generated. okay, with the snapshot one. okay, just need to do ambient deploy. So it should be failed to deploy artifact, could not be a spring boot from nexus snapshot. okay, transfer 400 error. okay, so just we need to change the version. Let me try to change the version. va form.xml file, but it need to a snapshot and clean install. ambient deploy. No, build is success because previously I gave hyphen, but that's why it is not previously underscore I gave, that's why it is not taken. This time it will be taken. okay, now this one it should be went to releases snapshot one. okay, not into the releases. okay, if you go to here, see it is created this one. okay, if you want to create new version, you just need to be created that version also. like if you want to make any new releases, okay, you just need to do mvn. Previously I gave mistake like underscore I gave, now it should be hyphen. okay, if you need to change the version, just change the version. okay, now mvn clean install, mvn clean package, anything. okay, now mvn deploy. So depends, if you didn't mention anything underscore snapshot, it should be considered as a release. okay, if you mention anything, it went to be snapshot one. okay, so it will be. So now this var file or tar file we need to using ansible playbook. okay, we need to download the dev server and qa server. if you have any application servers, so you need to place the this var file to jar file to the that location, like where okay, wherever the path, you need to push that path and you have to run that one. okay, now using jenkins, okay, I using ansible, I am deploying to dev server and dbt server. For that one, let me install the jenkins on this one. So currently jenkins is not there. psi1 cd opt. okay, currently no jenkins is running on this machine. psi1 ef. okay, grep jenkins, if you give jenkins is not there. okay, so let me do jenkins rpm download, pm download. So I'm taking this repository using repo. I'm just installing Jenkins. Now try to install install Jenkins -y. So Jenkins by default it is running on port 8080. It is downloading. So I am going to write one Jenkins file. Okay, using that Jenkins file, it need to be going to be install this tar file to dev server and QA server. See, if we go to here, we have set up Git and Maven, Java, Nexus. Okay, next under Nexus the file is push. Okay, now this file, this jar file, we need to download and push it to the dev server or QA server. Okay, using Ansible. At a time we are going to deploy all the servers. Okay, so for that one we need to set up SSH connectivity between these servers. Okay, we'll do that one as well. See, Jenkins is downloaded. Okay, so you need to start the Jenkins service. Jenkins status, if you check now, it is in dead state. We didn't start that, right? You just need to start. If you check now, Jenkins is up and running. By default Jenkins is running on port 8080. Okay, just I already opened the port. Okay, just need to take this one, and if you give 8080, so Jenkins is come up with this one. I just need to take this one and I will get it a password. You will get the password. Okay, this is the initial password, you will get it, and paste this one, and I'm going with the selected suggested plugins. Okay, it will be taking some time. Meanwhile we will set up SSH connectivity. We will generate we will do set SSH connectivity between these servers. Okay, for that one I'm just going to be generate SSH keygen. Okay, SSH hyphen keygen. So it will be generated public key, private key. Okay, and the location should be here. Okay, under root SSH. Okay, you will get it the files. Okay, you just need to copy that file. Just need to go to root dot cd dot ssd ssh. So you will have a id dot rsa public key. You just need to copy this public key. Sorry, va id dot rs dot pub. So just need to take this key. I'm copying this one. So I'm going to this server cd root dot sh. Here there is authorized keys. I'm pasting under this one. Okay, va authorized keys. And I'm pasting here, giving space and pasting this key. I'm saving this file. Same key I'm pasting into QA server also. cd root dot sh va authorized keys. Okay, I mean, I'm pasting from here. Now I'm taking this IP of the server, if config, so you'll get it here, and from here also, if config, sorry, if config, see, I'm trying to do SHS, I'm with root user, and the IP of the dev server, it will ask the first time is, see, now I'm into dev server. From my build server to I uh, able to log into dev server without password. Okay, so I'm exiting this one, and the same way I'm trying to do another server like QA server. SHS root is the username and the IP address. So first time it will be asked to able to connect. See, I'm into QA server, so without password I'm able to SHS into the server. Okay, now let me check the status of this one. So still it is getting some time. Okay, meanwhile we will install Ansible on the server. Okay, currently Ansible is not there in this one. If you check Ansible icon version, Ansible is not available. Okay, so for that one you just need to be install Ansible list grep Amazon Linux extract. Using that one I am going to be install Ansible Amazon Linux extracts. Extras. Okay, Amazon Linux extracts, extras, install Ansible 2. Okay, by default location Ansible is etc Ansible. See, if you check now Ansible version, Ansible is installed. Okay, so Ansible install. So Ansible by default configuration location is etc Ansible. Okay, this is the configuration file. Here the inventory, everything it will be available. If we go to cd etc Ansible, so you will have host details like host names and Ansible configuration and the roles. Okay, everything it should be available. So if you want you can add the host details by default directly here. Otherwise when if you add the host details like no details under the host, you just need to run from here. So you can give your own inventory in the your preferred location also. Okay, you can run it from there also. So to to download the Maven to download the WAR file from Maven repository, there is a prerequisite is run. Okay, see, still it is getting some time. So meanwhile I will show you that dependencies. Okay, Maven Ansible, Maven deploy, Maven download Ansible. See, this is the community download artifact from a Maven repository using Ansible playbook. If you want to download that one, you need a prerequisite like LXML, and this is the Python module. Okay, Python already installed. Ansible is running on Python only. So Python version. If you check that one, Python is already there. So you need to this module. Okay, this library. Okay, you just need to download that library. Install Using pip we can install LXML. Okay, so this need to be installed under the node ones. Okay, LXML is under the node servers, because it should be downloaded, right, from the this one. When you run the Jenkins file, so it need to be there LXML. Okay, so you just need to download that one. Install on the dev servers. Okay, python 2 pip. Okay, now install pip, install LXML. It is downloaded. Now show pip. Sorry, now this is done, and try to do same here also, like so. Install python 2 -pip 1 by pip install LXML. So if you have your repositories under S3 or something, you just need to install Boto 3 also. Okay, if you use S3 repository, you just need to use Boto. But we didn't have any repositories on S3, like we didn't have files on there, so I'm using XML, LXML. Okay, now let me see. It is taking time. So meanwhile we have to create inventory. Okay, we will check whether the connectivity is there now. Okay, now you can, if you want, you can directly add the files from this location. If you want, you can install here also LXML. Install python 2 -pip pip install LXML. Now cd root. So I'm creating a host file here, hosts. Okay, under host I'm giving dev server. You don't need to be any spaces here. Sorry. Okay, dev server, you just need to do give dev server IP. Okay, I'm dividing the groups. Okay, so if config, just give you provide this one. Okay, if you want to give QA server, you just need to give QA server. Just give QA server. Just if config, if you want, you need to give both one also. Okay, if you have any group like both, you just need to provide both the IPs. Paste. So I'm giving some spaces for each group. Okay, now let me able to check the connectivity. Ansible m is the module. I'm giving ping. Okay, I can give all. Okay, -i root. So my inventory is in here, this path, right? I'm giving hosts. See, I'm able to connect it. I'm getting the response. So connectivity is there. Okay, If you want, you can give only dev server also instead of all, right? You can give it here only like one server also, dev server, only dev server. If you want, you can give QA server. Okay, otherwise you can give directly IP address also, it should be get the response. Okay, so connectivity is there. Now you have to write a playbook. Okay, and you just need to, for this one you just need to download the var file and jar file into your current server, and you just need to push that var file to dev server and QA server. Okay, I think still it is downloading. Meanwhile, let me write the playbook. Okay, so vi download maven jar dot yml. Next, this is the playbook name. Okay, so three icons I am giving hosts. Okay, I'm giving like if you want to give only dev server, you can give dev server. If you want to QA server, you can give QA server. Otherwise, if you want to give both, it will be downloaded the both. And the tasks. Okay, under the task you just need to mention the name. Okay, download the jar file from nexus repository. Okay, so for that module is maven artifact. See, if you go to here, you just need to provide this one, group id, artifact id. Okay, so module is maven archetype. See, artifact id, group id, you just need to provide everything. So when it comes to here, like I will show you that one, like maven artifact tree. What are the details you just need to pass? Okay, so you just need to pass the URL, repository details, everything. Okay, let me copy that. Group id, artifact id, community maven artifact, instead of just maven artifact, maven underscore, it should be maven artifact. Okay, see, maven artifact contains like group id. Okay, artifact id, so if you know the group id, artifact id, you just need to go to nexus. Okay, here, and if you want to know the exact version, if you go to here, like, sorry, it will download it. I'm canceling this one. See, if you comes to here, see, this is the group ID. Okay, so you just need to provide these values. Okay, group ID space this one, and if you want to provide artifact ID, you just need to provide artifact ID. Okay, the same values it should be available under form.xml also. This is the artifact ID. Version. Okay, version I don't want it to be manually. Okay, I just need to pick it from Jenkins file. So that time you just need to provide a parameterize. Okay, so for that one, just version to be downloaded. Okay, from Jenkins. So now URL, see, whatever the required details, you just need to provide group ID, artifact ID, okay, repository. So I'm just copying these values. Okay, I'm copying these values based on that. So I'm copying here. This is my group ID, and this is my artifact ID. Artifact ID, and this is a repository URL. I'm giving like Maven release or Nexus one, anything fine. And I'm giving my username and password. This is not the good way to provide the hardcode values, but using security manager in the AWS service, we can provide there and get the token. You can provide the token here. I'm just moving this to OPT. Okay, and let me copy that one. And the version, okay, version I don't want it to be hard coded value, so I'm just picking the value from Jenkins. So version to be downloaded. Okay, I'm taking these things. So what I will do, I'm just these files I'm just downloaded and move it to OPT folder. Okay, on that dev server. So this is the my playbook name. Okay, download Maven jar file. Let me check what is the status here. This fail. Okay, this. Okay, now it should be asking username and password. I'm giving something username and password. something admin.com. Save and continue. Okay, save and finish. So my Jenkins is ready. Okay, now I'm going to be create a sample file, new item, Spring Boot CI/CD. Okay, using pipeline. So I'm selecting this as a this, this project is parameterized project. I'm using string parameter. I'm giving like here hard coded value is the rate, version to be downloaded. Okay, and my version should be 0.1.1. If no one is provided anything, so it should be picking from this version. Okay, if you want, you can write this one. Please provide the valid version from Nexus repo. Okay, so now if you see here, apply, save. Okay, if you do build with parameter, it will asking the version. Okay, so you just need to provide that one. Now go to configuration, and I have this pipeline already, so let me get that one. So 1 second. And this is the playbook. Okay, so whatever the version you gave here, right, under Jenkins, version to be downloaded, you just need to provide this version. Okay, version to be downloaded. So parameter dot version to be, so you can get it that one, and just need to provide the playbook name. So download Maven, this one. So my file name should be under here. Okay, so this is the inventory, my host details should be there. Okay, and version to be downloaded. Okay, see, this is the details, version to be downloaded. So if you go to in this ones also, cat downloads, this is the tag. Okay, versions to be downloaded. So just need to give proper name. See all the places. Okay, so I'm just copying this Jenkins file. Okay, I'm going to configuration. So I'm just saving this one. I'm doing build with parameters. Okay, I'm giving that just version like 0.1.1. so whatever version it should be giving, it should be will it will push that var file. Okay, and something it is failing. Let me check what is the issue. Failure, Ansible playbook. FNI was download extract version to be download 0.0. We trust you have received the usual lecture from the local system administrator. Privacy, think before you type. Think, let me check one more time. What is the issue? I think URL, we didn't mention anything. So these extracts where we will pass it. Okay, like parameters. So username, password, everything is correct. Repository URL. Maven artifact Spring Boot version URL Maven releases. This is done. This is correct only. Okay, using Jenkins. Just need to be started by admin. Okay, just need to go to here. Approve. This is done. We need to approve this thing. Let me check where that is done. Sudo prevent no act password specific. Okay. Okay, let me check. Let me check it in offline. We'll provide you the update. I got the issue now. We need to add sudo usrs, okay, as a Jenkins user to run this playbook. Okay, that is the issue. So same issue if you see here, right? So we need to add cd etc sudo usrs. Sorry, this is the file va etc sudo. See, there is a root user, right? Under root user you just need to add this Jenkins as a user. Okay, see, under root you just need to add the root, like Jenkins tab all equal to all. You just need to add the entry here. You just need to give like no password, no password, all. Okay, you just need to save this one and try to run again. If any issues, you just need to Google it. You will get the proper answers, like what is the issue and all. Okay, now let me check. See, this is success now. So go to console. See, using playbook. Now if you go to the dev server cd opt, you will able to get it this one. Okay, see, if you go to cd opt, so at a time you will get this one, the var file, jar file, sorry, jar file. You will get it into the dev server. From Jenkins we are running the playbook. Okay, and so that var file, it should be copied into dev server and dvt server. You can run directly now, like you know, right, how to run the jar file. So java f1 jar, okay, and jar file name. So java is not there on this machine, that's why it is getting error. Okay, you just need to install java. Okay, and you just need to run this file. Okay, it will be work. So if you want to give another version, okay, you just need to provide another version. Okay, like 2.2, and you can run directly. If you want, you can change the host. You don't want it to be two hosts, like both the host. If you want only one host, you just need to change it to dev server instead of both. Otherwise you can give directly only dev server or QA server. Now if you check, you will get one more version of jar file. Okay, so it will be downloaded from the Nexus. Okay, if you don't have the another version, so you will get it error. Suppose I don't have the version like Java 1.1.4 version. See, this time it will going to be fail. See, currently this there is no version available. Okay, under the Nexus, that's why it is getting failed. Okay, so if you want to give like snapshot one, open snapshot, it will get you downloaded from the snapshot, because this will also getting failed because we didn't have another version, right? So another version of this repository URL, that's why it is getting failed. Okay, you just need to provide the repository one and it will be getting that one. So for that one you just need to change the repository name if you want to be snapshot available. So repository URL you just need to change the snapshot one. Just snapshots, go to here, v8 download host, the repository, Maven snapshots. Okay, now try to execute that one. So let me check what version should be available under snapshot. 3, right? Sorry, 0.1.3 snapshot. Let me build this one. This failed. Why? Let me check. Go to console and trying to download it Spring Boot. Okay, this repository URL is not available. Let me check. Snapshot 0.1.3 snapshot, because download host, the URL copy, let me save this one. Sorry, let me read this one. Okay, I'm saving this file and let me check the versions. Zero point 1.3 icon snapshot. I gave like that only correctly. I have changed that one. Jenkins configuration. So parameter download to be downloaded, extract batch. Let me save this one. Build with parameter 0.1.3 hyphen snapshot. See, this time it should be getting success. So previously copy paste is the mistake. Okay, if you go to this OPT folder under dev server, you will get it this version. This version is available under Nexus. That's why it is getting downloaded into build server. So from build server, using this is the download module. Okay, module, and these are the parameters which we downloaded that one. So we just copied this one. Okay, so we will get it that one same. So that's all about one. So what we are doing here, right? So so we will build the jar file, okay, using maven build. Okay, so whatever the build we are getting, we will push into Nexus. Okay, we will download it the Nexus of file using playbook from the build server. So we have written the playbook. So using that playbook, we have pushed it to dev server and QA server. Okay, so even CA also we can do it from Jenkins only, like build that code on using build maven tool. Okay, you can configure the Nexus server details, everything. Okay, and once the var file is generated, you can directly move to dev server and QA server. Okay, that's all about this one. Thanks for watching.